What is going on, guys? We have an update video. We got Mr. Cody here. You know, we're gonna try to discover what's going on with the GT500, and you might be wondering, well, didn't you say that the transmission was toast on it?
I think we lost the dragon.
Oh my god. Oh, we broke something.
What is that? Hold on, clutch in.
And I did say that. Well, Ben Calamer got it last Friday, pulled it apart right away, right off the freaking freight, pulled it apart, and he was like, yeah, dude, this thing's fine, you need to check your rear end. So here we are, gonna look at the rear end. I've already been looking at options, but I don't wanna just order parts before actually looking and finding the problem. So that's what we're gonna do today.
Yeah, because we're kind of lost right now, so.
Yeah, I mean, the sound sounded directly from the transmission.
Yeah,
but
and it was like a clutch in, clutch out issue too. So right when you would get off the clutch, it would make the noise, and then right when you clutch in, it wouldn't make the noise. So.
Yeah. And he said the transmission, all the gears are fine, input shaft was fine, everything was fine. So, brings us to today. And we're gonna get this thing jacked up. We're gonna pull off the rear cover. I think we have to pull the panhard bar and the diff coolers off and drain the fluid out. And then we should be good to go.
You adjusting?
All right, so I'm gonna drain some fluid out.
See what it's gonna look like. It's like the third time. Like how you changed this fluid like 3 times recently?
No, just once.
Just that one time?
Yeah. But I've only had the car for 2,000
time, yeah,
4,000 miles or so.
I got 8 millimeter. That's purple.
It's definitely purple. I think that's the problem with the royal purple is you can't see anything.
Yeah, you can see.
I mean, it can't be that badly torn up in there because it's still like free spins.
Yeah. Maybe a chunk of a gear at this point, dude. It's literally hard telling.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the one thing I can tell though, like, I mean, the diff, like, oh, it's not gonna move now because the tires are on
the shock. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. Hopefully we find an easy issue.
Yeah.
I hate filming videos on the ground. There's no light.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like.
No, we just got the cover off, so hopefully we'll find some issues.
Yeah, a ton of RTV on this.
Dude, I didn't want any leaks. And I think mission accomplished, I think.
No doubt about that. Got that thing puppied RTV'd up. We don't have the panhard bar off yet, so I don't know if we'll see this clears the gear or it won't.
I don't think it will. Guess we'll see. Oh, yep. I don't know.
It's close. Nope.
It's funny, we are looking for something to be broken.
Yeah.
Something obvious. Please, just make yourself known.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay, we won't be mad at you.
Actually, I mean, we haven't really even worked on it like a ton. We just dropped the trans, expected it was that, and then, hoped it.
Yeah, I know there'll be comments like, oh, well, why didn't you know that it wasn't the transmission? And like, well, everything pointed to the transmission. Yeah. And I mean, at this point.
And we just, I mean, like you said, you just put fresh fluid in the rear end too. So it's like, I mean, that might sound petty, like you didn't want to drop the fluid to check, but it was fresh fluid, so we just didn't, and we suspected it was the trans, so it's like, why drop the fluid?
Even if we let a little bit of fluid out, like we just did, we wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah, especially on the rear end, yeah.
Yeah. So, and at the end of the day, transmission's getting built regardless.
Yeah.
And it's even cheaper to do now that it's not broken.
Yeah.
Because the input shaft and gears get reused. I think they just get like treated.
Yeah, Cairo treated and like heat treated, and not a expert on trans building, but just from what I've looked at, it sounds like it's just a bunch of heat treated stuff, and then the TR60 gets synchros, which had like those were at the stock synchros had like issues. That's obviously like the 1 to 2 lockout.
Yeah. All right, panhard bar is down.
Yep.
It's time. All right. Shine some light in there and hopefully something's wrong. Any metal at the bottom?
Yeah, there's one little chunk right at the bottom. Oh yeah. Here we go.
What you got there?
Spotter gear.
Okay.
Yep. Another piece.
Yep.
So, we'll, being that the tires are resting against the shocks right now, we'll get some pressure on the rear end, jack it up, spin it, check out this, the inside of the Eaton tree track, or the true track, the differential on this thing, see what exact spotter gear broke.
Yep.
Pull it apart real quick.
So apparently the microphone went out on this clip, but we actually found that the ring gear had a pretty nasty chunk out of it. So you should be able to see that here in this clip right there. So we were trying to figure out where, like how this chunk got taken off of there, because that doesn't normally happen. So that is a very, very strange failure. So obviously that's where the metal came from, and it's even cracked on some of the other areas. So that would be what those pieces are on the ground. I guess that's all we could find. It's just damaged ring gear.
Yep.
You know, missing chunks. Couldn't find anything else wrong with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's 2 teeth actually broken off, and there's like 4 or 5 that are actually cracked, 2 on the outside surrounding it. So, not what I would have expected at all. This thing hasn't been common on anything that's broken. So, I mean,
it's true. It bent a rod.
That was
Didn't break one.
Yeah, bent a rod. Literally no clue how the car didn't blow up and literally disintegrate that block. And then now this, but I mean, at the end of the day, now this car's literally gonna be like max effort from motor, trans, rear end,
Yep.
and a full street car form. So it's pretty badass, but it's an odd failure for sure. But
Oh yeah.
that's why you never shoot yourself in the foot by saying something before you actually see it.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Luckily, we found the issue, and that was definitely a noise. So
Yeah.
it's good to see something that's actually broken, and that's not usually something you'd like to say. So
Yep.
yeah, your bolt backed out.
Dude, we just found the bolt. What are those, like the main
Yeah,
caps?
those are your main caps for your actual. That's what literally sets.
Dude.
That's what sets your backlash. So your backlash, literally, this popped out. Your backlash got really loose, and it literally just knocked the gear out of it.
For the record, I did not unbolt those, in case anyone wanted to say that I unbolted those. That's pretty crazy, dude.
Yeah, like I noticed when we were moving this tire, the entire center section was moving in and out.
Yeah, that wasn't touched when I did the brake conversion.
You guys literally just watched it. We literally just backed that out. Like
Those were in there from factory, pretty much.
And I don't know if this thing's ever happened. I noticed this like right when I didn't say anything to Andrew, but I noticed this right when I was taking the cover off of it. If you go on this side of the ring gear, there's a bunch of grease pins markings, and none of that looks factory to me. From what I've probably had like 3 or 4 of these rear ends apart, just like changing fluid, or actually like mine, when I put my spool in my GT500, and none of them, I've never seen these grease markings, like they like have like some kind of number like on the side of it, and it doesn't look, I've never noticed that before. So, but that's definitely what knocked the gear out of it.
Yeah, so it was moving back and forth.
Yeah, so
That was probably the noise that I heard at low speed, moving back and forth, and when I hit it,
it just knocked the gear out of it completely.
Yeah.
Because it's got the backlash really loose, so it jumped the gear and it literally just knocked them off. Because it put the pressure right here on the end. Obviously, when you when you do the rear end video, you'll show them exactly how we set the backlash on this, and we'll use grease paint on the inside of here and get a wear pattern, and you can see that. You can actually, obviously it's dark, but you can see a wear pattern in here, and we'll replicate that wear pattern again, so the car doesn't make any noise when we building the rear end, which, you know, some people have, when they set them up wrong. We'll make sure this one's dialed in. Obviously it's a street car, so Andrew doesn't want any noise.
Exactly.
But that's what knocked the gear out of it for sure. So
makes sense, because we were kind of scratching our head as to why.
yeah, I mean, I was just sitting there jiggling the wheel, and it lit, if you jiggle like this, like back and forth, you can see the whole entire center section move out in slowly. It obviously getting the wheel fast enough to do it, and you can see that it's got play in it.
Yeah.
And this is moving side to side, so.
Yep. That's it.
Why this bolt backed out, we don't know though. That's the concerning part. So.
Excessive vibration, dyno.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. But
That would make more sense.
good luck.
All right, I think that about wraps it up. So we found out the transmission was not broken, and that's still getting built. So that's getting a stage 2 Calamar build. We're gonna be picking that up actually in Pennsylvania. I'm planning a trip up north next week, so I might come out with a meet. So I'll give you guys some info on that. So we're going to be picking up the TR6060. We're going to be ordering, I believe we're going to be going with a Strange 35 spline spool. Going to stay with 331 gears. I'm going to get another Ford Racing gear install package. Cody's going to be helping me out with the install, and we should have the car back up and going with a built trans, built rear end. We have some other changes coming, which are going to be awesome too. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm really excited to just be able to drive the car and have some fun with the power. And then it's gonna get pretty wild. So I'm excited. I know Cody's excited.
Yeah.
And Cody's building his car too, so that is gonna be pretty
it's gonna
sweet.
be done soon. Hopefully we'll have to do a little video on it after it's done, but.
Yeah, if you wanna follow Cody_54.
Yes, sir.
And
Well, I don't know, we'll probably do, a video on it after a bit once it's done, but probably about a month or so out until we actually start seeing this thing start up and fire. But it's a work in progress. It's nothing that didn't get touched on it, so it's been a lot going for it. But
oh yeah,
excited to get this one back together, so we can start beating on this one and dialing this one back in. So it's going to be a badass street car for sure. So
oh yeah, and remember my only hang up about going to the track was rear end and trans.
Rear end
so
trans. So at this point, like
so now we're ready to send it until we get kicked out, because you guys know there's no cage in this thing.
Yeah.
Call me stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I've already been asked, like, I've actually been asked by a couple of Andrew's followers already, like, what I think the car's going to do at the track-wise, and, I mean, it's hard telling, especially, I mean, we don't know what combo it'll be on at the track exactly, but at this power range, you know, the 1200 wheel, give or take, I mean, you got to understand that, guys, this is still a full-weight street car, so with Andrew in it, I mean, these cars, they're 4,000-pound cars, and they're not light, so you got to take that into mind, but it's still going to be, I mean, this car is going to be upwards of, I have full confidence this car should be upwards of the mid 150s to high 150s trap speed, so relatively easily at that power weight and that range. So that's no joke for that.
It should go mid nines super easily.
Yeah, I mean, that's
low
like,
nines, leaning on it, and then a full out pass, a high 8.
1.5, 1.6, 60 foot, leaving soft. I mean, that's basically 2,000, 3,000 RPM, leave and just clutch slip it out and just back half it out the back end and run it out the back. It'll run a mid 9. I mean, that's I mean, that's not even just making claims or anything like that. That's just literally that's what power, you know, and that's what power does at that kind of weight. So
yep. Exactly.
Pretty bad to see. So looking forward to getting back out. I mean, I miss being back out of the track with our GT500. So
yeah,
get back there and it's gonna be badass.
It'll be fun. So make sure you hit the like button down below. Leave a comment. Go to MustangLifestyle.net, pick up a t-shirt, El Chapo, pick up a shirt, MustangLifestyle.net, go pick one up, help support the builds. We got some American flag, decals, and all that stuff down there in the description. And if you need any performance parts, superchargers, suspension, tuning, all that stuff, down below in the description. You can text me and we can figure out a plan for your car and make it fast like the cars we have here. And we have the GT350R going too, so